Well, I'm in a really nice park in Da Nang, and it's about 10 minutes walk from my apartment. I thought I'd come out today and do some shooting, so I've taken some still photography. The weather said that it was going to be dry all day, but there are a few clouds in the sky and I can feel a little bit of rain, so I'm going to be really quick and then I'm going to go back to the apartment. So I thought in this video I thought I'd maybe give like a little bit of an insight into how it's been going living in Da Nang. So basically I moved into my apartment just at the end of October, and I've done a full month essentially from the 28th of October to the 28th of November. That'll be a full month, so almost a full month. This week's been quite interesting because I had to pay December's rent this week, obviously before the 28th of November. That's just like a stipulation in the contract. So just to give you a bit of an insight, I would say that everything's going good. Everyone's been really helpful in terms of the people that manage the property. They want to help you. It's a bit different to my experience of renting in Thailand. So that's something I'd probably like to talk about a bit more in later videos. But essentially, everyone's been there to sort of help. Most of the communication is done through WhatsApp, and I've used Wise to pay my rent. It is a little bit windy today, so if I look a bit strange, it's because I'm using one hand to hold the tripod, which I bought from Mr. DIY. It's an absolute bargain. It was only like £3, but it's not one of those tripods that can take a lot of impact. If I get a bit of wind, my camera's going to fall over. The apartment is well nice. It's brand new. I'm really happy living there. The only thing which is a little bit of a negative is when I was living in Thailand, I had a balcony with a really good view, with lots of sunlight coming in. In my apartment in Da Nang, I'm at the back of the apartment and there's no view and there's not much sunlight. But that's a compromise. I kind of knew that when I came to Vietnam, I knew it would be different renting here than say renting in Thailand. So I was prepared to make some compromises, and I'm gonna have a little bit of a pause in a minute because my knees are hurting now. Yeah, so sorry about that, a little bit of a pause. I'll probably cut some of that out, to be honest with you. So going back to renting here, I think it's a good idea if you're interested in coming to Vietnam. I would say do as much research as you can. Da Nang, one thing I will mention is there's a lot of building work going on in Da Nang, pretty much on every corner. There is a building being built, or another building being started, or another building being finished. So prepare yourself for lots of noise and a lot of mess. When I viewed my property, I did have a wander around the area and I spotted 2 nightclubs, and I thought, you know what, it'd be fine, maybe they've got soundproofing, and guess what, they do not have soundproofing. So one negative is that I have to, about 3 nights a week, I have to listen to karaoke, and I have to say that I love the way that people here completely butcher music in the sense that they're singing and they cannot sing. I know that's a bit of that's not a very nice thing to say, because obviously people might be practicing, but I just want to get to sleep. So that's something to be aware of if you are looking to rent a property here. Have a little bit of a look around, and if there's a karaoke bar, then do not rent near there, or any kind of bar that's going to be open late, unless you're the sort of person who can just sleep through like a nuclear war attack. Then you're all right, you've got no problems there. Yeah, so back to the video. So as I was sort of saying, rent is all paid up for December, and to give you a bit of an insight, it's been quite good actually. They were very upfront about payments before I leased the property. So basically they told me that the service charge was 50k and the water was 100k. I think that works out about £5, so that's pretty impressive. That's £5 a month. Electricity is on the meter. There's a meter outside my room. They showed me that before I moved in. Now, I have been, because of the humidity in Vietnam and in Da Nang, I have been using a tumble dryer to dry my clothes. Like there's no dry air in the apartment, and I don't have a balcony, so I have to use the tumble dryer. And I've been washing my clothes and towels 3 times a week, and using the washing machine and the tumble dryer. And while I was like working in the apartment, because it was so humid, I had to have the AC on a lot. And I found out what my electricity bill was yesterday, and much to my surprise, it was 500k, and I think that works out £15. Yeah, I think it's about £15 or 15 US dollars. Take a deep breath. The other thing I wanted to say, which is a positive about Da Nang, is eating out is a must. I would say that I'm trying to eat out about 50% of my money should go on eating out, and then the other 50% should go on groceries, because I think that eating out is so good here and it's really affordable, and you get to taste different types of food, so that's a definite must. I mean, I'm talking about, you can get like a burger and some fries for about £3, so it's pretty impressive. But all in all, I would say that for someone like me, back in the UK, I never ate out because it's so expensive. I would literally just go to Greg's, and that was about it really. So yeah, the positives here are eat out, try and support the local Vietnamese restaurants, especially ones that are providing for tourists, because you know they're there for you and they need your support. So that's been a real positive. Back home, I would never get food delivered because that's another thing that's quite expensive in the UK. One of the things about walking around in Da Nang, it can be quite hazardous. You have to really pay attention. So sometimes you think, oh, if I need to do some work and stay in the apartment, you kind of think, well, I'll just get some food delivered. It'll save you time, and you don't have to go outside, and you don't have to like look out for holes in the pavements, rubbish on the street, mopeds zipping around, taxis everywhere. So yeah, I think I've used Grab food delivery a lot, and I've used it for beer, which is very naughty. Don't do that, that's really bad. That can be like a downward spiral. You can end up thinking, it's like going into a candy store and having like too much money. You're gonna buy all the sweets, aren't you, and get really sick. And that's what happens if you buy beer on Grab, so don't do that. Yeah, taking a Grab taxi is about the same price as, or less than taking public transport in the UK. So Grab taxis are very affordable here. I did take quite a few taxis in November, but one thing I will say, I wish there was public transport because I could be a bit more adventurous and go and explore more. I actually hate walking it. I've got really bad knees, so I can only walk for about half an hour and I'm slightly like fucked. So yeah, so I really wish there was like a network of public transport, like buses and a bus route. I've seen the shelters everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be any buses, so I don't know what's happened. Maybe they've just scrapped that. So yeah, slight negative, but one that can be fixed by just taking a Grab everywhere. Right, I'm going to wrap this up now because my legs are absolutely killing. So if you got to the end, thanks for watching. And I am thinking of putting videos like this on Patreon because I want to focus my Patreon more on like the cost of living in Southeast Asia or wherever I go. So thanks for watching, take care and have a good one. Bye bye.